Greetings, Groaners! This week we step into the twisty layer cake that is episode 136 of the Groan Zone. Admin Nicole has been keeping tabs on world holidays, so two have came up, one from Sweden and one from Taiwan. They'll be coming along in Admin Nicole's fact bursts as the show progresses. I also managed to prize some groans out of our loyal admin, which asked me to word them for her, so if mine don't make any sense, Admin Nicole, I am deeply sorry, but I don't live in your head. Anyway, your games this week are the 5-point countdown, yes or BS, talking nonsense, and what the hell is this? Your audience groan rolls in again, once more from Julie of Newcastle via Facebook Messenger this week. I've been to the dentist yesterday too, so sorry if I seem sluggish or sound a bit different. Starting the groans off, as mentioned before, we have a three-piece from our very own Admin Nicole. The state of the world. I cannot stand to see the world the way it is now. We are killing the planet faster than we can heal things. Bandages are only a temporary fix. We also start throwing our crap out into space and other planets. What is it with us humans? People who believe you're an inconvenience instead of a human or a liable convenience. Pretending they or you didn't know about existing plans, or you decide you're no longer interested, then you bail on something important to someone's life, and then plan your own event on the same day in its place. Way to make someone feel appreciated. People who ignore your pain. Knowing your health only sometimes matters to people close to you. When inconvenient, your health is nothing. And when you get sick as a result, you can't complain and have to just live with the excruciating pain until it's back to normal, even if it takes up your last free space that you very much needed for controlling your health and you're not going to have another chance to do for months. Some very meaningful groans there, Nicole. More coming later. By the way, Groaners, I've just noticed that the peaks on my voice level are a bit high, so my apologies if I'm going to come through loud this week. Sorry. Sticking with Nicole though, here's a first fact burst for the holiday in Taiwan. The Dragon Boat Festival. The best known origin story for the Dragon Boat Festival is that it happened during the Chu dynasty during the Warring, that's W-A-R-R-I-N-G, Warring States period. During the Dragon Boat Festival, everyone eats sticky rice, or zongzi, and hold dragon boat races to commemorate Q Yuan's memory. The Dragon Boat Festival is held on the 5th day of the 5th month of the lunar calendar. Another fact burst to come later, but now let's put on the brakes and go full on reverse mode for talking nonsense. Round 1. I am useful when it comes to credit cards. Your nonsense is a still. Pause here. Have a little think, Groaners. Answer, then unpause. Round 2 coming at you now. Without me, it might be difficult to transport your shopping. Your nonsense is a push. Pause here. Have a little think, Groaners. Answer, then unpause. Round 3. I am a type of underwear and socks, but you best not wear me in summer. Your nonsense is a myth. Pause here, Groaners. Have a little think. Answer, then unpause. Good luck on scrambling those, Groaners, and this brings us neatly on to unlucky. To link in with the Dragon Boat holiday, people try to balance eggs, which is sort of bring good luck during the unlucky holiday. I figure it is definitely unlucky for anyone past or present if their egg breaks. Good luck, Taiwanese people. We now ask that age-old question for the ages, which is of course, why oh why? I do have to wonder why fate seems to also inconvenience you when you cannot do a thing about it. You drop something which cannot be replaced, or you forget something you needed to buy, only to go back and the store is closed. The notion of fate being against you, and when it is, I just have to ask, why oh why? Let's go for another game, Groaners, with a 5-point countdown. Are the Groaners live ready? Yes, they are. Groaner at home, clearly you're ready. Here it comes. Clue 5 for 5 points. Sometimes when you hit me, you get points. Let's have your guesses now, Groaners. Where are they? Let's see. They're thinking. I may have stumped those that are playing along live. Oh, no guesses coming in now. Someone's put target. Okay, good guess. Good guess. Any more? Nope. Okay, moving on. Clue 4 for 4 points. The points increase the nearer the centre. Pop your guesses in now, Groaners. Both live and at home. Oh, we have another Groaner typing. Another couple of Groaners typing. One's put aim. Someone's put dartboard. Aim, not such a good guess. Dartboard's really good guess. Clue 3 for 3 points. Sometimes I come up in no points military operations. Meaning you don't score points in a military operation. I think I've stumped people with that clue. Okay. Clue 2 for 2 points. In business, I am achievable. Nope. Still no guesses coming in here. Stump them again. Clue 1 for 1 point. Oops, someone's put targets. Okay. Last one. Clue 1 for 1 point. In relation to all the others, I often involve aim. Groaners live. Your guesses, please. And at home. Sorry, didn't really cut you out. Sorry, Groaners. Okay, we'll leave it right there. The answer will come later, Groaners. But now we turn to Admin Nicole again for Creepy Corner. Your story for episode 136, Simple Jealousy. The old man was quick to catch up with them as they walked up the spiral staircase. His knuckles were bleeding and his face was bruised, but he smiled nonetheless. He was surprised to learn that the living could actually hit the dead, or he wouldn't have let the mayor get a punch in. That was his fault. Should have understood it went both ways. The old man is a ghost after all, and he can touch anything. The problem with the mayor was that he was smart, but weak. That man always did like to hide behind things that could protect him. Now he's knocked out cold outside. Who knows if he'll wake up to see the world burn? As they walked the staircase, Valencia asked Graham where Damien went. He explained that Damien had a plan, but to do that plan meant rushing through his ceremony. To become death was supposed to be a grand ceremony, a true show of honour, but Damien didn't have the time. He had Grim to tell him the truth on a very grave matter, and knew what to do. He promised he would get there in time no matter what. The stairs were long and winding, but they were approaching the next floor, as they were immediately blinded by a light which almost made them fall back down the stairs. The primal of light refusing to let them go. It was his turn now, and Viola was more than ready to take her stand. She wanted revenge, and she knew how to get it now. Valencia told her to be careful. Once again, Light was not concerned by others, walking past or going ahead. Viola, however, knew his weakness. He was the opposite to the mayor. He was strong, but dumb. Also clearly jealous of way too many things, but she doubted he knew that. Viola was almost dumbfounded to the point where she just sat on the floor. He wasn't trying to attack her or anything, just making himself really bright to the point that she had to use her wings to cover her eyes. Not trying to be rude, but have a world to help end, so you're going to do anything or just keep glowing like that, she asked. This got his attention. Not enough to make her stand up and get ready to fight, more like enough to question why he looked so annoyed. Then she got a sudden pain in her chest. She had known this pain only once, and wasn't prepared for it then, but now she knew. She was quick to learn that she hated this pain more than anything in the world. She knew it was coming, and she couldn't avoid it. This was a villain's backstory. She was going to be stuck for who knows how long listening to this. She had a cool fight and got a boring monologue to listen to instead. She saw his mouth begin to open and knew this was the end for her. How she so desperately wanted to go down an epic fight, but fate is cruel even at the end. I'll have you know that I'm the most needed in this world. I'm the light itself. Look at that disgusting Vega, thinking that this darkness is what people want. I am the light itself. I am connected to the sun. There is no better or brighter person than me, he began. Viola sighed and sat with a faint interest. Whatever would speed this up any faster. Look, I don't mean to be that person, I really don't. And I'm getting the feeling no one has told you the obvious yet. For one, people need the dark just as much as they need the light. Also, some of us need the dark more than the light. Secondly, Vega is the moon, so if he dies, the moon dies, and the world ends. You, however, are connected to the sun. There's a big difference there. If you die, your connection dies, not the sun, only you. No one has to care. Finally, your whole thing, from what I've seen, just seems to be lighting things up, and again, not to be that person, but even life after the apocalypse, which is all I know as I was born after it happened. We have light bulbs that can do what you do in candles. So you're kind of not the big deal you think you are, she explained. The primal of light dimmed himself as he fell to the floor. Viola, feeling somewhat responsible, but still not caring in the slightest, felt she had to cheer him up. This was not how the end of the world was supposed to be for her. As she approached him, she heard footsteps on the staircase behind her. It was Damien, shortly followed by a horde of unknown creatures, moving too fast for her to tell who it was. Now she really knew she was missing out. She certainly drew the short straw with this one. The primal of light had more to say, and she realised she wasn't done with him yet. She did her best not to sigh and sat down next to him as she listened to more of his rather dreary backstory, as he decided to feel so comfortable that he would lie down and rest his head on her lap. She was startled but allowed it. Anything to make it end and get her in a real fight. In short, all she learned was that he was extremely jealous of Vega for being loved and wanted and making his own purpose in life. Viola, wanting to wrap this up but also feeling sorry for him, understanding more than she wanted to admit, told him that even if the world ends now because of his stupidity and rage, and obviously jealousy, he can still start over. Try to be better in the next world. What he said next shook and confused her to the core. You were the first person to truly see me as an equal. Maybe I did go a little overboard in this world in the last one. The primal of life is terrifying though. That man gets in your head and exploits what you want the most. I thought he was on my side, but it wasn't until this world was made that I realised I too was a pawn. You're the very first person to listen to me, to hear me, to see me. I have decided. When this world ends and a new one begins, I shall find you. No matter what you may look like or where you are, I shall not let go of this feeling I now have. When I find you, I shall win you over. It is my new goal. In our next life, I will marry you, he proclaimed proudly. Oh dear, poor Viola. Sometimes jealousy leads us to do dark things, and we end up regretting it when it's too late to stop the wheel in motion. Well done and well written as always, Nicole. But I think it's time we hand it off to our audience groaner for this week. As I said before, once again from Facebook Messenger, it's Julie of Newcastle. Big hate of mine history is people who leave empty cartons in the fridge. Yes, Julie. Or they leave about 3 bits of cereal in a box. What's the point? Just throw out empty stuff. Good groan. Now clearly you, yes you, or maybe you, definitely you, are needed by the podcast for your groans and ideas. Use one of the following to hit us up. You can drop us an email at thegroanzonepod@gmail.com. You can join the fun on Facebook groups under the Groan Zone Podcast Facebook group. You can find us on Discord under the Groan Zone, where you can listen to us live at Greenwich Mean Time, 8:30 on a Friday usually, or you can leave an offline message or anything else like that in the designated sections on the podcast, on the group, on Discord. You can drop Admin Nicole a message on Facebook Messenger under Nicole Amos, or my good self, Mystery Groaner as well. And lastly, we can see you in the comment section on any platform that you use. Now, games to go from Groans once more as we play Yes or BS. Groaners likely they're ready. Groaner at home, you're ready too. Here we go. Round 1. The Chemistry State Honour Round. A hectare is a name given to hexagonal bonds in chemistry. B. Roy Hertz's surname was given to refresh rates of monitors and TVs in honour of his contributions to technology. C. Elysium means a state of great happiness. Groaners live, answers please. Those at home, you know what to do. Oh, that took a while. We have an A and C split here. Okay, any more? Couple of B's, A's and C's. Okay, we now have a spread. Round 2. The solid Latin wheel round. A. The first wheel was said to have been invented around 3500 BC. B. Genu recurvatum is a Latin term for someone who cleans the toilets. Or C. The first solid shampoo bars were sold in India in the 15th to 16th century. Groaners live, answers please. Those at home, you know what to do. We've got another split. All season B's now. Any more? No, just more season B's. Moving on, round number 3. The heavy load depletes round. A. Smoking depletes your vitamin A. B. Light pollution is the opposite term to heavy pollution. Or C. It is an offence in the UK to plant rhododendrons to grow in the wild. Go Groaners Live, answers please. Those at home, you know what to do. Everyone's gone for C. C's flying in across the board. Any more? Nope, that's it. Hang tight, Groaners. The answers will be coming sooner than you think. The final fact base for the episode comes from Admin Nicole again, and this time it's for Sweden. Sweden National Day. In 2004, the Swedish Parliament voted to make it a public holiday, which may cause people to become more interested in celebrating it. This decision took decades to reach. Various proposals had been discussed under a succession of governments. The public holiday was finally implemented in 2005. There were also groups lobbying for the introduction of an official national pastry and a national dish, and for the key fiddle, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that word, Nicole, no chance, to be made the national instrument. Actually, sorry, it's a Swedish word for key fiddle. If anyone from Sweden can just type in the comments or whatever in this episode to say what key fiddle is in Swedish, please. For that instrument to be the national instrument. Since 1983, Sweden has celebrated its National Day on 6th of June. It is the date on which Gustav Vasa was elected king in 1523. This laid the foundation of Sweden as an independent state, and on the same day in 1809, a new important constitution was adopted. Thanks, Nicole. Your task for future episodes: nudge me when we have more national days coming up. We now have a hero of the week, and this one goes out to the brave patients in hospitals, or at home or anywhere, who face what they have to, even if it's miserable. And the second hero goes out to the doctors, specialists, nurses and carers fighting in their corner. Everybody, you've got this. Stay strong. But earlier, Groaners, I did mention game answers, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Yes, I did. Oh wait, because our time is now. Here they come. Points may be coming your way. So game answers first. I mean yes or BS first. Leaving this bit in. Round 1. The chemistry state honour round. If you went for option A, it's false. It's 100 acres. Just like the 100-acre wood in Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
If you went for B, that too is false. He did play a hand in inventing chemotherapy, of course, and that aims to treat cancer, or going towards treating cancer. If you went for C, that's actually correct. Round 2. The solid Latin wheel round. If you went for A, this is true. It was in Mesopotamia. If you went for B, that's false. It's actually a condition where your knees bend back too far. If you went for C as well, that too is false. They were using herbs, flowers and fruit to clean their hair instead during the 15th and 16th century. Round 3, the last round, the heavy load depletes round. If you went for A, that's false. It actually affects your vitamin C levels. If you went for B, that's false. Light pollution affects what we can see in the sky at night. Got nothing to do with weight of pollution. Or rate of pollution, I should say. And if you went for option C, that's actually true. This is stated in the Wildlife and Countryside Law Act. And I believe a couple of people for the £5 countdown did get I will accept targets or target. So a few people got points there. Those that put up target or targets. Talking nonsense. Round 1. Your nonsense was a wallet. Round 2. Your nonsense was a shopping bag. And round 3. Your nonsense was thermal. And finally, Admin Nicole's anagram from last week. Nicole, what the hell? The United States Bureau of Fisheries. No way was I gonna get that in a million years. Don't know if anyone else out there got that. If you did, Groaner out there who got that, here's a gazillion Groan Zone points. You can't spend them, but well done. To wrap up, Groaners, we have one more game in the pipeline. It's What the Hell Is This? You can only play this on the Podbean app, or Facebook group, or Discord group. Sorry, Groaners, there really is no way around it. Your clue is, it doesn't help your body and is a smaller version of that. Best of luck, Groaners. The answer will come next week. Here's hoping we brought points and smiles this week. Take care, Groaners. Drop us some love in the comments section. See you next week. Bye-bye. not trying to be rude, but I have a will to help end. So you're gonna do then. So you're gonna. I figure it is definitely unlucky for anyone past or president